flavors. Welcome, Kelly.
Hi, Missy. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so what are some of the latest trends that Bell is seeing in flavors?
Sure. So every year, Bell has a trend program called Spark, and we have 5 global macro trends that all of our global marketing teams follow, and then each region drills down into unique micro trends that are more relatable to the demographics and consumers in that region. So this year, we are diving into our micro trend called Globetrotter. So here's Spark, our macro trends, and Globetrotter. As you can tell, it's a very travel themed. We have our passport to flavors. We're ready to take flight to visit any destination and dive into those flavors of the region. So we're bringing all those flavors to our booth, and we have flavors from all over the world. As you can see here, our chefs have different beef brisket with different sauces. So the first day we had a Carolina mustard barbecue sauce, a Japanese barbecue sauce, an African brea sauce, and then today we have an Argentinian chimichurri, a Korean perilla leaf bulgogi sauce, and then a Chinese char siu sauce. So you see, we're really kind of traveling the globe and bringing those flavors to our consumers here at IFT, as well as we also have snow cones with about 10 different flavors over there as well, and then different confection items as well too. And then later in the afternoon, we will actually have cupcakes with a variety of flavors too, so you can really hit the sweet spot.
So it's both sweet and savory with the global trends.
Yeah, so even some of the unique cupcake flavors we have our Japanese Hokoko melon frosting on one of the cupcakes. We have an Italian Amalfi Coast with our Fiori di Sicilia and Italian cheese mascarpone flavors. And then we have a Mexican citrus with our marigold flavor. We also are finishing a British London fog and biscuit frosting on one of our cupcakes with our Earl tea flavor and sugar cookie flavor, as well as a French blackberry lavender frosting, and then an Indian masala frosting. So really hitting all the continents, all the different flavor prototypes, and from sweet to earthy to floral, to really kind of give every consumer here a little bit of taste of the world.
So around COVID time, I feel like people were talking a lot about traveling through taste, and that was maybe when it was really highlighted, all these different global flavors. Do you see this now as a continuation of that, or is that maybe something like a different way?
Absolutely, yes, to probably both of those. I would say during COVID times, we were definitely kind of traveling through taste as we were restricted to travel to different areas of the world. And I think over those years, and now that we've been able to start traveling again, people really don't want to miss the opportunity to go to different destinations that they were, hoping to get to one day. Instead of holding it off, they're really wanting to go to it now. And not only that, they're finding even newer destinations and new parts of the world that they weren't even familiar with before, that they're kind of really drilling down in those unique flavors and unique destinations to really explore everything this world has to offer. So I do think it's a continuation, but I also think a new wave as well, as people are feeling very comfortable to travel these days, as well as just really wanting to find unique places in the world and the unique tastes from those areas as well.
It's also a rejuvenation of travel.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's also why we have such unique, different international flavors in our pairings here, because it's not just your typical, Chinese 5-spice, to highlight China. We're really drilling down to some of those unique regional Chinese flavors, or regional Japan flavors, or even just any kind of drilling down to something, bringing something to light that maybe consumers before the pandemic weren't even familiar with too.
Do you think that consumers generally are ready for authentic flavors?
That's our goal. Luckily, our audience at IFT is more food technologists, so they are, I think, usually more willing to try more out there and authentic flavors. But we are seeing the Gen Z and millennial population really wanting to find those unique and kind of out there or spunky flavors to really kind of give them some excitement to their everyday lives. So I do think, there will always be a trend cusp of when flavor will be more mature. But, our job at Bell is to really showcase new and innovative flavors so that 5 years down the line, those flavors may have kind of matured into something that's more familiar to the everyday consumer.